Hello, how's it going? So today I'm going to be talking about sales pitches. I'm driving a little bit. I'm always driving. That's why I do these videos in the car, because it's just I don't have time during the day any other time. So I wanted to talk about sales pitches. For those who don't know, my name is Jordan Mills, and I help people with their business and sometimes life, right? Give them life advice. So basically, for a sales pitch, you want to come up with something that's within 15 to 20 seconds long, right? And this is for cold approaches, cold calls, cold door knocking, right? When somebody greets you or says hello, you want to give them a good 15, 20 seconds, and you need to have who, what, when, where, and why. That all needs to be answered within your first 15 to 20 seconds of meeting somebody new, right? So in my experience, I have a handyman company, right? So what I would do is I would go knock on the door. You want to make sure that you step away from the door. We're talking about door knocking right now, not cold calls. You want to make sure you step away from the door. You're already on that person's property. You don't want to be intrusive. You don't want to be close to the door. So I knock on a door, take a few steps back, and I sit there patiently. Make sure your hands aren't behind you, they're in your pockets. That puts people on edge. Just kind of carry things with you, like a clipboard or something similar. Just, it doesn't even have to have anything on it. It can just be BS, but having that in your hand will psychologically kind of turn somebody down, right? Like it will like bring them more at ease, right? So, and then you want to give them your little opening pitch, right? So, hey, my name is Jordan Mills, or my name is Jordan. You don't have to give them the full whatever. Hey, my name is Jordan, and I have a handyman company. Right now, we are doing work down the street, and we're going door to door, just letting people know that we're in the area and seeing if anybody needs a quote on anything, right? So that answers everything that the person answering will want to know right away. Who are you? What are you doing? Why are you here? You know, and give them a little time span. Like, so we're just going around door to door, seeing if anybody needs help, and if we can give them a quote on anything. So that takes away the time constraint, right? And it takes away it gives them ease. You're there, you're not selling anything, right? You're not trying to sell a product. You are just giving them the option of a quote, right? And of course, they're going to ask you some questions, and you're going to have to, that's just a person by person basis, right? So you'll have a lot of questions, and you'll need to come up with ways of, I guess, assessing that situation. So having some friends, having a family member kind of role play in that sense, so that way you have a better idea as to what you're going to get into, right? And some objections you might have right off the bat before you even get into a sales pitch or anything like that, is something along the lines of, like, I gotta make sure I don't miss my turn. Sorry. They'll give you objections like, oh, I don't have the time right now. Oh, that's perfectly fine. We can come back some other time if that's fine. When can I get you on the schedule? Right? So that goes around that objection. We don't have the time right now. That's fine. I can come back. When can I get you on the schedule? Boom, right there. If they say something else, it's like, okay, no worries. If you ever need anything though, here's my card. Okay? My rule of thumb is to never be too pushy. Be pushy the first time they have an objection, but if they have another objection with the same objection, if that makes sense, like we have 2 time constraints in a row, I just let them be. I give them my card, right? You don't want to be too pushy, ever. You have to seduce these people, you know, like that, you know, it sounds weird to say it like that, but you gotta seduce these people into loving you, right? Another objection you may come across is, oh, doing something like this isn't in our budget right now. no worries. We offer payment programs, and we also, I mean, this is not a set in stone thing. If I can just give you a quote, so it's just different talking to a camera. I can't just sit here and be like, I'm not like staring at the person, right? And they're not giving me their objections, but you can tell them, well, that's perfectly fine. We have a no money down payment plan. This, that, and the third. Just come up with something, right? So that goes around that objection. And if they say something again, like, well, we're just not really, we don't have the money for that kind of thing. It's like, oh, that's perfectly fine. Well, if you ever need something, here's my card. You get the card, all right? And then you also come up with discounts off the fly, on the fly, off the fly. On the fly, you come up with discounts. Well, is anybody military? Right? 10% discount. Now you have to remember, if you have that military discount, reiterate, it's like for the first time or something. Like, say, oh yeah, we have military discounts for first time clients or something like that if they're in the military. Something along those lines. Come up with ways to get around objections. Of course, with every different type of industry, you're going to have different types of objections, right? So I know from just a service business standpoint more than anything, where product-based businesses are going to be a little different. Tech sales, pharmaceutical sales, things like that. You're selling a product, right? So it will be a little different. Another objection is, well, I have to talk to my husband. Okay, is he here right now? No, he's not here. Are we able to get him on the phone? I won't take up too much of his time. No, we can't do that. That's two objections. That's two of the same objections in a row. All right, now, kinda. What I've done in the past is, after I've gotten that, I'm like, well, look, is this something that your husband's gonna end up doing? Well, yeah, probably. I mean, if he ever gets around to it. Exactly. Right now, with my service, we can get this done, taken care of, out of the way, off of y'all's plates. That way you guys can spend more time together, right? And I'll even throw in a little nugget. I'll give you a $10 gift card to Olive Garden or something cute, just something like that, right? And that might not land you a job or anything like that, but it will definitely land you some charm, some brownie points for whoever's standing there, right? In the same objection, they go, well, I'm not the property owner, right? It's like, okay, that's fine. Well, who is? Are you renting? Are you the kid? Like, find out whoever the property owner is and then talk to them, okay? And it might be kind of difficult if it is a landlord. They might not want to give that information out. That's fine. Whatever. No matter what you do, just hand them a card, right? Always hand them a business card. And those are like the three main objections I always hear and I've always gotten. Time constraints, the other person isn't here, money. It's always those, right? And I can sit here and list about 50 different objections, but another one I hear is, we do that ourselves or we already have somebody else. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, if you guys are ever too busy and you just need a little bit of an extra hand, or if you guys are too busy, don't feel like washing your car, detailing services, like different types of services, this is my card. Make sure you always give them a card. Always. It doesn't matter if they don't take it, just always give them a card. But yeah, you want to, the opening pitch is like the main thing, right? That's your 15 to 20 seconds. That's your impression. That's your first impression. And if you can get through that and you can get across the objections, closing isn't a problem, right? Closing is not a problem. But if you guys want a video on closing and objections with closing, I can do a video on that. If there's anything that you feel like I should have reiterated on or elaborated on a little bit better, let me know in the comments below. I hope you like this video. I hope it helps you at all. I know somebody in the last video was asking something similar to this. So yeah. Other than that, I mean, that's kind of like what I have time for. But yeah, leave a like, tell your mom about me, and I will see you in the next one.